Hey, what the hell is going on? It's the Winning Touch podcast once again. I am doing it again because I want to. So, what's up? What's new? I don't know. Jump into it. It's Tuesday? Yep. I think it's Tuesday. It is. It's Tuesday. I kind of want it to be later in the week, but what do you do? Am I right? Yes. So, I had an okay weekend. Didn't do a whole lot. Watched a bunch of TV. So, this is going to be kind of a review podcast, which is something actually I like doing. I think it's kind of going that way. Anyway, what did I watch? I watched UFC. I haven't talked UFC in a little while because, I haven't been that excited about it too much. Not since Nate Diaz came back. Pretty cool. That fucking guy takes 3 years off, comes back, wins a big fight. Huge response from the crowd. And his next fight is going to be headlining Madison Square Garden. Just on his post-fight, I think it was the post-fight press conference, he's talking about the baddest motherfucker in the game belt. Say, that's what I'm fighting for. Dana White is now getting a bad motherfucker in the game belt made. He's getting an actual physical belt made for it. He's fighting, Dana White's not. Nate Diaz is now going to fight Jorge Masvidal. Big headline. They're making a belt for it. This guy comes back after 3 years, and this is what he does. Pretty fucking cool. And I know that fight was a while back, but I don't think I talked about it. And it's still relevant. It's still awesome because of what's coming. So, yeah, there's that. But this weekend was UFC 243, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong on the number. It doesn't matter. Robert Whittaker fought Israel Adesanya, Stylebender, who I was kind of on the fence about. He's very flashy, dances and all this shit, which I can do without. But Stylebender beat Whittaker, which I didn't think he was going to do. I don't know what... I mean... Yeah, here's the fucking fat middle-aged guy criticizing professional fighters. I'm just saying as a fan watching... Whittaker kept trying to box with him in that. Stylebender has a real serious kickboxing background. But Whittaker, the whole thing was stand-up. I think Whittaker tried to take him down once, maybe twice. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have a chance. I guess maybe he couldn't. He was trying to set up a takedown and just wasn't there. But going up against a guy like Stylebender, I'd be looking for a takedown. I mean, I'd be looking for... I don't know why he didn't go for a takedown. Like I said, I guess he couldn't. Stylebender, the way he moves, his striking is top-notch. It's as good as it gets. But, I don't know what's next for Stylebender. Middleweight division, there's... I don't know. I guess there's a bunch of fights. I know Chris Weidman's going up there. He won't get a title shot right away. I don't know. There's a bunch of fights. I can't think of any offhand. But, yeah. Stylebender knocked Whittaker out. He was countering. He was countering like a motherfucker. I guess he's just really good at it. So, yeah. I don't know. Shout out to Stylebender. And, yeah, back to what I was saying. He was flashy and cocky and all that. Again, I can kind of do without. I'm just not that way. My forehead is really shining. I shaved my head. Forgive me, I'm looking at the camera. Stylebender. Focus. Anyway, yeah, so... But after he won the fight, this is what kind of won me over. His parents came in and, he took the belt and he put it over his mom's shoulder. I'm assuming it's his mother. that way. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, it comes off all cocky and shit. I don't think he's a bad dude, though. I don't think he's the, he's not like Colby Covington or McGregor or any of those fucking dickheads. So, yeah. Shout out to him. The guy's undefeated. I don't know who's next for him, but I always get a little wary. I think he's 18-0 right now in MMA, not the UFC, but yeah, Stylebender got into the UFC like 2 years ago, if that, and went undefeated. Now he's the champ, and yeah, there's something to be said for that for sure. Other fights in there. What was there? Ali Aquinta fought Dan Hooker. Is an Australian guy. Anyway, excuse me. Gotta get those yawns in. But yeah, the fight was in Australia because Robert Whittaker was the champ, and that's where he's from. Israel Adesanya. I don't know where he's from. I think he's from Africa somewhere. Yep. And I'm not saying Africa somewhere like an ignorant white dude. I'm saying because Africa's fucking huge, and there's a lot of places in that country. So that's that. That's all I'm going to touch on there. But yeah, Ali Quinta fought Dan Hooker. He lost. Couldn't do much. Dan Hooker's legit. That guy's making waves in the UFC as well. So you see him coming up. And yeah. So yeah, I got the fights, watched them, enjoyed them. That was the main event's the only real one worth talking about. But the first fight on the card was kind of funny. There's two heavyweight guys, and the one guy, I think he's from Australia. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember his name, but his nickname's the Mad Titan. And the arena they were fighting in was the Marvel Studios arena. And Chris Hemsworth was in the audience. So you got Thor and the Mad Titan, which would be Thanos, and the Marvel Studios Stadium. So that was pretty cool. And the guy won. He knocked out his opponent. So that's pretty neat. Yep, I said neat. Yeah. Speaking of dad stuff, I told a funny joke. Little side note here. I did a funny joke on my sister today. I texted her and said, the police just took the dog away. I don't have a dog, but she does. So a little while later, she calls me. She doesn't do much. Like a lot of people, she's a big texter. But she calls me, and I'm sitting having my lunch. And I kind of giggle right away. She's like, what? What's going on? Why did you say that? And I go, oh, yeah, he had some unpaid barking tickets. Stupid joke. Dad joke. Nailed it. So yeah, that's my little anecdote today. It was funny. But yeah, she actually called. She said, oh my God, you're so stupid. Why would you do that? But she laughed too. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I told her that joke at work, which I enjoyed. It was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. Maybe you had to be there. But, I don't know. It was just a little sidebar. I kind of guerrilla this. I don't stick to a strict schedule on it. Hola. Hey, Jen. But yeah, good day at work. Went down and went to work at the nuclear power plant. Which makes me nervous. No, I'm kidding. Actually like going there. It's pretty cool. It went smoothly. Not a whole lot of nonsense there. I didn't have any parts, but what are you going to do? And I'm going to tell a little secret on the internet. Also got my first paid side job today, which is awesome. I went in through a connection I made through work. I got this little side job that was in the area, so I just drove out, did my work, went and fixed this lady's treadmill in the basement of her place. It only took about an hour. It wasn't that hard. Made a couple bucks and stayed on the clock while I was doing the job. So, and if they look this up, that's fine too. Because I'm leaving soon, which is another thing I'll get into. But yeah, got double paid today, so that was interesting. Felt great actually. I really enjoyed it. It put me in a good mood for the rest of the day. I'm always fidgeting with things. So yeah, first paid side job. I don't know if I mentioned I started doing my own thing. By started doing my own thing, I meant I printed up some business cards. But yeah, and I gave a bunch to the customer that I served today, and she was like, yeah, I'm in a running group, and I was talking to the lady at the running store. This is out in Port Elgin, which is fine. And yeah, so I gave her a bunch. I said, yeah, hand these out, let people know, and hopefully something will come of it. But she was saying, she was like, yeah, I talked to other people I run with, and they don't know anybody that really looks at treadmills. And I was like, well, I'm doing it 6 years. Tell them about me, which is pretty cool because I'm almost out the door at the current job. So this will help. It felt good. I'd done odd jobs before where I get my own cash, but I was working with somebody else. It was kind of a pain. It was shit I didn't want to do. And yeah, this one was just me. Set the job up, did it, and got paid. I didn't make millions, but you know what? It put money in my bank, and it wasn't very hard. I really enjoyed it because I was on my schedule, and I did it in my terms. When I was looking at it and checking everything I could check, it was actually a treadmill I'd never worked on before. That's the kind. But I mean, a lot of them are the same. You know, they got a motor, they got shafts and a belt, and they got stuff. So I just looked at it. I was like, okay, what do I know about the other ones? And I just checked it all out, did some maintenance on it, and I got it running. So yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Done. It was great. And looking forward to doing more. It makes me want to just quit my job, but I'm not going to. Got a child to feed, and I like to feed, and things could be worse. They really could. So yeah, a buddy of mine's called me up because he knows what's up. He's going, don't give him notice. Fuck these guys. Just quit. I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. I know you want me to, and it's tempting, but I'm not doing that. So yeah, good day. Good day, actually. Got home. My daughter's rewatching Stranger Things, which is cool. I sit and watch a couple episodes with her, and you know, sometimes you see stuff you didn't see before, or something you didn't remember, and it's funny, or it's creepy, and it's fun. But yeah, good day all around. I'm pretty happy with it. The week started off a little clusterfucky, but I'm good. You know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a way out, which it's coming up, like it's really actually is coming up. So I don't stress about it anymore. I don't get too worked up, you know. Command parts are wrong. Surprise. You know. Hope this thing's working. You know, okay, well, I can't do that job. What else you got? I mean, again, the hour by hour scheduling kind of sucks, but again, if I got to speed up a job or skip a job or whatever, I will. I know what my priorities are. And yeah, you know, I want to work and do the job, but when the support people I'm with and everything around is just chaos and I have to bend over backwards just to get the small thing done, and eventually, yeah, you kind of put your hands up and it's okay, whatever. So yeah, I I'm going to end the live feed. Do, 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 do. Okay, if you want to listen to the first part, well, it's on my story, my Instagram story. And yeah. So there's that. What else? What else? Yeah, little reviews. Movie review. Of course, you know what I'm going to talk about. Hang on, I'm going to pause, even though guys can't tell. Anyway, let's try that. I don't know if this is working. So there's that. Yeah. Why isn't this doing its thing? Hello, hello. Okay, we're good. I think. Pardon the interruption. This is going to sound weird, but my computer dicked off on me. I don't want to start again. Anyway, there might be a funny gap there. Sorry about that. But I went to see The Joker on the weekend, which I loved. I don't know what their reviews are and stuff. I don't care because critics suck. They tried to... they said Chappelle's special wasn't very good, and then they actually let the people speak, and everybody loved it. But apparently the crowds are loving Joker. I loved it. What I love about it, I don't know. I mean, it actually started off kind of slow, but at the same time, you know they're building to something. There's just a tension in it that's kind of hard to put your finger on. It's probably because of Joaquin Phoenix, and is fucking killed it. Killed the acting in this. The guy's, you know, if you ask me to name another movie he's in, I'm not even sure, but he crushed this one. I just can't think of one right now, which is weird because I'm kind of a movie guy. But yeah, I love this one. It takes you around. It kind of spins you up. I thought for the first parts, they were kind of... So, Joker's a great villain. One of the cool things about him, why he's such a great villain, is he has no origin story, I guess. No history. And so the cool thing about the Joker is he really doesn't have an origin story. He doesn't have a big history. He kind of has a background, but otherwise he's very random. You know, you don't know who his parents are. You don't know who his family is. You don't know where he's from. He just shows up and fucks things up. You know, always going after Batman or Batsy. I always picture the old Batman animated series that I loved when I was younger. That Joker was really cool. He called him Batsy. Called Batman Batsy, which I always got a kick out of. But yeah, and in the movie, the Joker, it starts off, I thought they were like giving him the backstory and they were going to humanize him and you almost felt bad for him, but... And you still kind of do, but partway through, they throw you for a loop. I'm not going to spoiler alert. I'm just going to generalize. I might give away a little bit, whatever. Just go see it. But yeah, it's good. They take you for a loop. I thought they were going one way with it. And then they changed that up. And they did it. They really did a good job, because when I'm watching a movie, I'm always kind of thinking of what's going to happen. I try to predict it. I'm pretty good at it. But this one, they flipped it. They took it this way and then, boom, went the other way with it. And the genuine psycho Joker is there. You know, the unreasonable, Don't know why he does shit. Random chaos Joker guy. He's the guy. I'm not sure if I'm articulating this very well. I'm probably not. But yeah, the Psycho Joker is that Joker by the end of the movie. Yeah, there's some great parts. Great movie. Like I say, it starts off a little slow, but you talk about a storyteller. The director did a bang up job. Scorsese, I think. I don't know. It's just a great character. That's like a kind of a critic line, isn't it? But it was, and again, Phoenix, Joaquin Phoenix was great. There's a woman that plays his mother in it. She was great. Good actors all around, and the whole thing really does center around the Joker. He's in every scene. He does, he's whacked out. You kind of feel bad for him, and then he does some shit, and you're like, oh, he's maybe not a good dude. He's not just a victim. But yeah, just the way they did it, and I heard someone say, it's not funny at all, but there's some dark humor in there. There's some really dark humor, and sometimes that gallows humor, the dark stuff, is some of the best stuff. At least I really like it. And the way they delivered it, and again, the actor did it, and the people around him reacting to him was just spectacular. Really liked it. Starts off, he is a clown. He's actually pretty easy to laugh at. What the hell's wrong with this guy kind of thing, and then you find out what's wrong with him, but great movie. Go see it. I don't know. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But I would recommend it. So yeah. What else is up? More little reviews. This is kind of a reviewy podcast, if that's a word. Started watching a show. I subscribed to Crave, so I get HBO and Showtime. Which, I don't know, whatever. But one of the shows a buddy of mine recommended was Righteous Gemstones, which is good. Again, recommend it. It's kind of frustrating and hilarious. It's about these evangelicals. The big priests that have the mega churches. It's about these family called the Gemstones. So the papa, the grandfather is... the grandfather is played by John Goodman. And then Danny McBride, who you know from Eastbound and Down, and This Is the End, and just a pile of other movies. He's hilarious. He essentially does the same thing in everything he does, but he does it so brilliantly. You love it. He was also in Alien Covenant. So there's that. But yeah, he's hilarious. And the youngest son is played by Adam Levine. Yeah. He played Bumper in the Pitch Perfect movies. He's done a pile of stuff too. He's funny. He's really great in it. But yeah, so it's about this evangelical family. They all live in this compound. They talk all religious, and they're all supposed to be these shining examples, but they got some flaws. We'll say that. It kicks off really well, and it's just really funny and kind of frustrating because you're kind of, are they supposed to be good guys? Or are they actually the bad guys? And when it centers around them, it's just great. They're, they talk all religious, but the way they act, it really isn't like that. The one guy gets blackmailed for doing blow and getting hookers, and so they have to shut that down, and that goes sideways. And I'm not through the whole series, but what I've watched. I'm going to watch more. Probably watch another episode tonight after this. Yeah, it's just really good. Check it out. So that's... I don't know, am I blowing through this too quick? What's up? I don't know. Feeling good. Today was a good day. Yesterday was pretty frustrating. It was one of those days. We did last minute scheduling and I got home late, sore and exhausted and didn't want to do anything. I hate doing that because my daughter knows it. She's 13 now. Kind of picks up on these blatantly obvious things. So yeah, I hate doing that. I'm not doing it anymore. The days of, I gotta start early tomorrow. I probably should have done that today, but I'm not doing it anymore. I was back, like I mentioned before, I'm not doing it anymore. I know what my priorities are, and they're not this fucking place. I read a lot of books and I listen to podcasts and a lot of the successful people have kind of mentioned the same thing, and it's how do I put it? If you're waking up every day hating what you're doing, then something's got to change. And that's not to say don't do your job, but find at least something you're interested in. Some people say, pursue your passion, and that's one way to put it. But hey, we've got to eat too. So for now, that's what I'm doing. This next job isn't my passion, but there's a future to it. I think I can sink my teeth into it. I'm not going to say what it is because, well, the little pessimist in the back of my head is still saying, well, you haven't started the job just yet. So, that's why I'm waiting. That's why I haven't put my notice in yet. But I mean, even that today showed me I really can make my own money. Say, this shit doesn't pan out and I do finally crack and just quit the job. Well, I can work for myself. My friend Sean does that. He's got his own garage. He's been a mechanic forever. He was on here before. I forget which episode, but he's doing that, and I said it's one of the best things he's ever done. Just working for himself. He's been doing that for like 2 years, and again, you hear other celebrities, not celebrities, just successful people, and Gary Vee, who I like, but it's a bit much sometimes anyway. Sorry, I'm just choking on my own throat. But yeah, they say, it's one of the best things I ever did was working for myself, and just heard that plenty of times. I think I'm kind of babbling here. This is, call it what you want. This is my closing rant. I've always thought this stuff about working for myself and breaking out and doing what I want. I've always thought it. I've always kind of preached it. But I've never actually done it. And now I'm doing it. 37. I think I've finally wrapped my head around this. And, I've seen it actually happen. And, you maybe listen to this and you're like, wow, you got one fucking paid job. Good for you. Well, that's how it starts. So, any of these megastars started, super successful people started, so. And not all of them. A few outliers are superhuman, but not all of them. Most of them are just people. And I'm just people. And I think that's about it. Things are looking up. I'm happy. I'm going to record more. Hope you guys enjoy this one. And good night.